Ladies of Reddit, what is the most sexiest thing an overweight gamer has done that made you immediately want to have sex with him, be his girlfriend? Being a decent human being. After getting used to guys moaning in my ear when they heard my voice over comms or judging my gameplay just because I was female, when a guy was actually nice to me and helped me get better at the game, it definitely made me want to date him. We've been dating for 3 years now. Some context though, I was in an abusive relationship and my ex was in comms and was being an asshole to me. My current boyfriend, not then at the time, stuck up for me and then we started talking and we eventually started dating because we had a lot in common. Nothing comes to mind, but not hearing every breath in the mic is a start. I move away from the mic to breathe in. He listened to me. He didn't judge me for also being an overweight gamer. He made me laugh. He had magic fingers. He still does. We've been together for almost 3 years. He drove me to a comic convention while my shitty ex got his new wheels mounted. He chatted with me the whole way over, bought lunch and walked all over the con with me. I had a great day. Shitty ex showed up later screaming at me on the phone about getting lost on the way over. I mentioned that I wanted to learn how to weightlift and he volunteered to teach me. So we started to meet at the gym once a week for an hour or two. He taught me how to deadlift and squat, starting with the bare Olympic bar, and 3 months later I was lifting close to 90 pounds. He was always kind and patient and listened when I talked and could hold a conversation. I spent my birthday weekend that year getting yelled at by shitty ex for losing my keys and he said that wasn't right. A few months after that, I dumped the shitty ex and started dating him. We saw Guardians of the Galaxy while shitty ex sabotaged my car and he paid to fix it. We went hiking while shitty ex blew up his phone. He sat with me through the restraining order hearing, and the calls to the police for the revenge porn. He bought my mom flowers. He sold his Magic the Gathering collection to buy a house. Took me to Disneyland and proposed. We got married. He is supporting me through school, 6 months left. And has never stopped encouraging me, even when I came home crying and wanted to give up. He tells me I am beautiful and loved every day. He also does a great Bane voice. Very sexy when I stop laughing. I spent the afternoon at the con with him. Shitty ex showed up that evening and stayed at the hotel I paid for along with another friend. We were all in the same social circle for a few years. Shitty ex was chronically unemployed and living with me rent-free at the time, but maybe he was a diamond in the rough. I'm sure the subsequent misdemeanor conviction has only improved his prospects. Husband bought the house, it's actually in his name, only before he proposed, and we enjoyed a pretty comfy dink lifestyle for 2 years before the opportunity to go back to school arose and he encouraged me to take it. He's thinking of going back to school himself in a few years and I will be able to return the favor. That's what partners do. Encourage and support each other. But still, it was the Bane voice that did it for me. It's a panty dropper. He sold his Magic the Gathering collection. If that isn't true love, then I don't know what is. Jokes aside, good luck with school. He invested some skill points in charisma and strength. If you learn anything from this thread, smell nice. About to become a wife of gamer after 4 years of dating. I myself have played a total of 10 hours of video games in my life. I am terrible at it and it doesn't interest me. However, my fiancé loves it, and spend lots of time in evenings and on weekends trying new games and playing with friends. The truth is, it isn't about the games, and I am sorry if a woman has made you feel that way. Finding someone who supports your hobbies in a healthy manner is important. I like watching documentaries, swimming laps and following fashion brands and going to weird art shows, and my soon-to-be husband supports all of that. I will ask about new games, the people he watches on Twitch, and if he is winning, etc. Because I love him and I like seeing him happy. Please, take care of yourself. Dress like you care about what you're wearing, doesn't have to be expensive, and make sure it is clean. A sharply dressed man can make a woman go weak in the knees regardless of his stature. Just chug down on your daily dose of respecting women juice and play together. I kept being just friends with my current boyfriend when we were teenagers because he was a huge nice guys, but we grew up and when I returned to my hometown we started dating. It's funny and sad the way every comment says it's sexy when guys treat me like people. The bar is that low, my dudes. I don't know if overweight applies here, but he bought me Stardew Valley on a whim one day. He knew I was having a rough week and Steam gifted it to me one day when I wasn't home. He texted me something along the lines of check your Steam inbox when you get home for a surprise. I got home and we played it all night. I'm happy to say that him and I have been dating for a while now and I wouldn't want to be with anyone else. I am monitoring this thread. I remember dating a guy in high school who was overweight and had also lost some weight, so had some hanging skin and fat around his midsection. He was smart, cute, floppy hair, and genuine. I had a crush on him instantly. A year later we finally ended up getting together after I asked him to my prom. He had hugged me and kissed the back of my head once but never said anything or followed up on that because he was too shy. We dated for almost a year after prom. He complained about his weight often, but I never thought about it in a negative way. I saw his struggle with it as human and relatable. I was not overweight, but many girls think about the extra 5 pounds they could stand to lose, especially in high school. One night, we were having sex and he was frustrated about his skin and fat section flopping since he was on top. It honestly wasn't something I had considered at the time. I was having sex with him. Obviously I wanted to do it and nothing about him repulsed me. It made me sad that he was focused on something so negative when here was a girl in front of him enjoying herself and wanting more from him. I'll add that for many girls, the pressure to be pretty and thin is overwhelming, especially in high school. Being with someone perfect, hot, skinny, six-pack, etc., puts even more pressure on you to live up to that ideal. Dating someone with flaws lets you be human too. If he's overweight, suddenly I'm not obsessing about the extra 5 pounds. If he can love me and be attracted to me, it must mean I'm pretty enough. I so desperately wish he would have felt the same way about himself. Stop thinking you are less than because you are overweight. Your flaws may be what makes someone comfortable enough to get to know you better and fall in love with you. Be kind, be genuine, and be yourself. Girls fall in love with personalities, not mannequins. Never in my life has a single action make me immediately want to have sex with him, be his girlfriend. It's always been a slow cumulative decision. Does it happen after the 3rd or 4th week of unsolicited, overtly sexual messages from the man you barely know and smells like macaroni and cheese? I'm on week number 4 and starting to get worried. My soon-to-be husband is an overweight gamer, not morbidly obese or anything, but is funny, genuine, cute, nice to be around, smells good, and I love him. Exactly. My husband of 15 years is overweight and has never been slim. He's also respectful, patient, funny, caring, good at conversation, willing to listen, clean, smells good, and can cook. I'm still excited to see him come home from work. Weight or gaming is absolutely not a deal breaker. Being gross, rude, inconsiderate, and an all-around jerk is. We have 2 children together. He had one with his first wife who sadly passed away very young, so 3 total. Met in high school and were friends for several years before we were single at the same time. Maybe we do sound somewhat like roommates, but tell me the issue with that, please. Not every moment is spent in bed. In fact, a small percentage of life is spent on sex, which by the way is great and frequent. No complaints at all. If you can't live happily together the rest of the time, you sure as hell won't last 15 years. I love him very much. We choose to spend our free time together. I can't imagine anyone else to do life with, and my only regret is that we didn't make time for each other sooner, but such is life. And yes, being clean and smelling nice is a huge part of any relationship and attraction. Shower, do your damn laundry, brush your teeth, and step away from the body sprays. He made me laugh. He didn't push things, and he actually took care of himself. He didn't stink. I became his wife pretty quick. Provided he has great hygiene and is respectful towards every human being. Not in a nice guy kinda way. A great sense of humor is the best and sexiest quality to have. I'll give you $800. Gets me every time.